Alright, hey there. Okay, so let's calculate the volume of space enclosed by a few rectangular prisms. And just to review, a prism is made up of two bases that are polygons of some sort. And we're going to deal with rectangular prisms, so the particular polygon forming these prisms will be rectangles. So here's a rectangular base. It's a base that's a rectangle. And these two bases are the same size, same shape. They're both rectangles. They're pointed the same way. This isn't. Oh wow. Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, I could do that. Oh yeah, that's what I meant to do. Um, the bases aren't one pointing that way, one pointing this way. Pointed the same way. And then they're connected by other rectangles. All right. So, and then the distance between the two bases, between this base and this base, is called the height of the prism. So the volume enclosed by a rectangular prism is the area of the base, and the base is a rectangle, so the area is length times width, times the height of the prism. So you can think of this as, I mean, it could be even simpler than length times width times height. You could just call this B, maybe, which is just the area of the base. And since the base is a rectangle, the area is length times width. You call this B times height if you want, or length times width times height, same thing. So let's try this out on a couple of prisms. I've got one down here where the length of this base is 4 units. I guess I didn't specify what kind of unit. Let's say I'll just call them units. I'll be boring. Okay, so the length is 4 units. The width is 2 units. And then the height of the prism is 15 units. So the volume would simply be 4 times 2 times 15 units cubed. So 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 15 is 8 times 5 is 40. Carry the 4. 8 times 1 is 8. Plus the 4 is 120. So altogether, this is 120 units cubed. And when you give answers for the volume enclosed by solids, be sure that you write down the unit, whatever it is, and if it's just units, you can just put a U and then say cubed, because that indicates that it's a volume. All right, let's do another one. I don't have a diagram for this one, just words. Okay, find the volume of a rectangular prism with length 3, width 10, and height 2 units. Man, I guess I was in a really boring mood when I was making this because I didn't come up with any cool units. Alright, we can't stand for that. Let's make these miles. This is just a gigantic rectangular prism. Width 10 miles. It's like way bigger than a building. It's like a city. It's like bigger than a city. Okay, anyway, 2 miles. Okay, so let's find the volume of this gigantic rectangular prism. So it would be length times width times height. So the volume would be 3 miles times 10 miles, and this would be the area of the base, length times width, times the height of 2 miles. Imagine that, it's a box that's 2 miles high. Probably be dangerous for planes, I would imagine, but that's alright. They can fly around. 3 times 10 is 30, times 2 is 60. So the volume of this gigantic rectangular prism would be 60 cubic miles, or miles cubed, like there. Boom. That's it.